On September 15th, two local musicians will hit the stage at the Chance in Poughkeepsie as part of a rock and roll triple bill with Ace Frehley and Frehley's Comet. Local musicians John Regan and Pat Gasparini are two of the members of Four by Fate also on the bill, and this will truly be a homecoming on a few different levels. So what can people expect when they come to the Chance on the 15th?
Well, we're really excited because we're going to be sharing the stage with Ace Frehley and his incredible band. And really, it's going to be kind of a family reunion, a 30-year reunion, because Ace Frehley, myself, and legendary drummer Anton Fig, that everybody would know from the David Letterman Band, began the essence of Frehley's Comet, just getting together and jamming at Ace's house. We'd play in Hendrix, Zeppelin, just the stuff that we wanted to be reminded of why we love being musicians. And I had toured with Todd when Todd Howarth, who was our front man. So fast forward 30 years, it'll be the first time that Todd and I are going to be sharing a stage with Ace. And hopefully we're going to have a little nice surprise jam session at the end.
Let's talk about Four by Fate and how that whole thing came to be.
I just finished working with Peter Frampton. I toured with Peter and wrote for about 31 years. And, you know, I'm not looking for something to do, so I contacted Ace Frehley. I went down and met with him. I said, listen, at the time it was the 25th anniversary of the first Frehley's Comet record. I said, why don't we put this together? And he was a little hesitant at the time, so that got put on the back burner. But that started Todd Howarth and myself talking about maybe doing a little project together. We started getting some interest in maybe putting a band together, and one thing led to another. A little false start with a couple members, but then Pat had kindly invited me in to play on one of his songs called Follow Me, and for his project. And as we're working on it, I'm going, man, this is exactly where this germ of an idea of a band would like to go with our music. So I presented it to Todd, he loved it. And when the time came where our first guitar player decided, he lived in Canada, it was too much for him to do the back and forth because he worked with Nelly Furtado, so he was only allowed a certain amount of time in America. So the natural progression was to ask Pat if he would join us. Thank God he did, and the band now is Pat and Rob Affuso from Skid Row fame on drums.
And let's talk about your background and where you can.
I started in a band, I was in a band Pound for about better plus than 20 years. The band started here in Wappingers. Make a really long story short, we signed, our first publishing deal in '94 with EMI, and we signed to Universal Records in '98, put our first album out. Did a substantial amount of touring. We had some pretty decent run out there. After that first record, I did another 2 records with some of the members from Pound and a couple new members in a band called Flywheel, and we had about a 5-year run. And we, did a lot of touring, and we did pretty well too. So it's been a busy, amongst other productions and doing writing and writing for other artists and so on and so forth.
This man is a writing machine. I don't know how he does it. He'll work at East Coast Salon that he owns and operates along with his wife, and he works 14 hours a day, and he'll call me up and go, I just wrote this last night. I said, how did you possibly have time? And he'll play me the song. It sounds like it's on the radio already. And Frank and Carolyn are such tremendous supporters of the local music scene, and that's important because coming up, I'm a lot older than Pat, but around in the '70s here was a very, very vibrant music scene. There were a lot of clubs, a lot of places to play, and that's really where you cut your teeth.
Ace Frehley, Four by Fate, and Dark Sky Choir, all appearing at the Chance Theater Friday, September 15th.